If my experience can help other people stop hurting or become better with their bodies, or whatever it may be for them, everybody's different, that to me would be a huge gift to the world, is to be able to have something bad that happened to me be something positive for somebody else.
Today we are joined by Mary, and I've been seeing her for the last 2.5 years at Sequoia Diner down the street, and we continue to share hugs and words, knowing that one day she'd eventually end up here at the Source Chiropractic so we could begin something like this.
Correct.
Can you tell them a little bit about your story and what's been going on with you since 2014?
I had congenital scoliosis my entire adult life, and in my 50s the pain was increasing and became virtually unbearable to the point where I was forced into having an 8-level fusion of my spine. The last several years since that surgery have been filled with ups and downs, and I've been trying to keep a positive mindset. I've been stretching, doing exercises, trying to continue working and being a part of my beautiful Laurel community here. I do have chronic pain, which requires me to take some painkillers just to take a little edge off when things get really hard. My life is very small now. I can't drive in a car longer than a half an hour. There are so many things that we all take for granted that are basically gone from my life, and I'm accepting that. But the one thing that I would love to accomplish from this is to become myself again and not have this pain nagging at me 24/7.
You ready to get your first adjustment?
Yes, I am.
Let's do it.
Okay.
All right, so this is the first time that we're checking Mary's spine, and there's some very interesting things going on. One of the things that we didn't talk about already is that Mary had epoxy injected into the vertebra, T5 through T8. So her actual rods and screws start at T9, go all the way down to S1, but they actually injected epoxy because she had periosteoporosis, meaning that they were worried that those vertebrae were going to be too weak to maintain the extra compression and tension that was going to be happening from the actual rods. And so basically what they did is by injecting the epoxy, it made it harden. But what I've noticed just upon palpation is it doesn't necessarily feel like the muscle is in spasm, and it is, yet the actual tissue structure of that muscle has changed. So it almost feels, just on palpation, like there's like calcium deposits within the erector on this left side. If we're looking at the PSISs, which is the posterior superior iliac spine, here it is on the right side if you want to come get a look at this, Kyle. So on the right side, it's maybe almost an inch higher. So this is PSIS here, this is PSIS here, and so there's a huge tilt to the pelvis, a lot of tension at the occiput, just holding, and we also notice, just in her posture that the head is drifted forward quite a bit, and that's just gonna put more pressure and tension on the cord in general. And so what I'm gonna do right now is, since you have so much hypertonicity of the left erectors, is to see what happens when we start doing just small movements of the pelvis. And so as I bring pelvis back, and so again, it was a lot higher and more superior on this right side. As I bring this back, I do get a little bit of release of that tension. You feel that on that left side. And so I'm probably gonna start with just blocking the pelvis in a better position. So we're gonna do one pelvic block there. And then what we'll also end up doing is adjusting with the pelvic blocks in. So we're gonna adjust at T5. Whew, all righty. Noticing what I notice, things do not move very well yet. I think today what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna focus primarily at getting this occiput moving and just helping relax some of the muscles with the blocks. So we're just gonna let her chill here for a little bit. We'll be back to check the occiput just in a moment. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna distract occiput and make an adjustment on the occiput to relieve tension, mainly of the spinal cord.
Oh, great.
So that was good movement of the cord, and now we're going to go ahead and adjust the facets, C5 on C6 on this right side. Good. And on this left side, I got you. Let this drop. Good. All right, we got our work cut out for us. So we're going over Mary's results today. She had 3 weeks of care in our Healing Immersion Experience. So that was 4 times a day, Monday through Thursday, Friday and Saturday, twice a day. So we finished out 60 visits. And now we're taking a look at the squat. And so we have the original squat here, which was March 19th. And a few things that we notice is, one, the inability to get the arms back, mainly due to a thoracic fixation. You can actually see it here. It's like at the T5, T6, and T7. A little bit of the right knee caving in. So this is just about, a little less than 3 weeks. But look at the arm position. So when you look at the arm position, now she can get her arms back because she has great thoracic mobility. She's taking her time. She's finding stability, but she's getting depth. So that's like full 90-degree knee bend. Here was the original gait. One of the big things that I noticed was an unnatural arm swing. And a lot of reasons that we can see that is due to, again, the immobility of the mid to upper back. Now, here it again, April 7th, 2018, a lot more natural of an arm swing. So the wrists are flipping up a little bit, but the arms aren't swinging in an exaggerated position. So in the original posture, we had 2.43 inches of anterior head carriage, so that's the ears in front of the shoulders. And what that was doing is taking an estimated head weight size of 12 pounds and increasing to 41 pounds. But then what you can also do is take the 2.43 inches of the head forward plus the 1.75 inches of the shoulders backwards, because they're going in opposite direction. So you add those two together and you're looking at well over 4 inches of difference there. And so this was the original one. And then when we go to this new one, here we actually just did one today, April 9th, 0.7 inches. So only 0.7 inches of the head in front of the shoulder, again, which is almost a 2-inch decrease. It started at 2.4. So it's 11 pounds going to 19 pounds. So basically we decreased the effective head weight by almost 20 pounds, or a little over 20 pounds. I think as I said originally 41. The shoulders are back 1.47 inches. So if you add those two together, again, it's a little bit over 2 inches. So that's a 2-inch change with only 3 weeks of care. Pretty phenomenal. When I put my thumbs on the PSIS, we're pretty much 100% balanced. And when we first started, it was something almost like that. It was a good almost full inch higher on the right side. And so now we have pretty much 100% balancing of the PSIS. The gluteal folds are also balanced there. That's another indicator. So definitely seeing more symmetry in the actual expression, even though there's still a little bit of curve going to that left side. The muscles and that which supports it are finding balance. And you said that was like one of the big things, right, Mary?
Yes.
Balance. And again, as Mary's been coming in, we're only adjusting what we feel is necessary. And so I'm not here to change her curvature. I'm not here to force anything back into any way. I'm always looking for optimal ease. And so if there's a sign in the system that if an impulse is delivered that it will allow her to have a better expression of life and distribution of tone, then that's where we're going. So now we are ready to do something new with Mary. We're gonna do a side laying toggle. Go ahead and face me this side up on your side. So again, I believe we're close to visit 40, and this is the first time I've done a side laying toggle. She's also been working with Dr. Jordan and also got the chance to see Dr. Darren this last Saturday. And so we do have a team of 6 chiropractors here currently, all who are phenomenally skilled with different strengths and talents. And so we're sinking in here on C2, so find C1, drop a little bit lower. Right there. Perfect.
Yep. Years ago I had a surgery for a scoliosis, and I had rods and screws inserted in my body, and accompanying along with that was a lot of world of pain and a world of hurt and decreased life. So over time I knew I needed to do what I could to heal myself. The Source showed up a few years ago, and I would walk past this place every day while begging the universe to send me help. And finally the universe said, would you just go in that door?
What was it about how you were feeling at that time that led you to take action to finally walk through those doors?
I feel like I spent enough time on doing some yoga for myself and making my body feel strong enough that I wasn't going to be afraid of adjustments. I also just felt like there was a youthful energy and a new way of looking at the world.
It wasn't fear that motivated this. It was actually like a positive charge, meaning that you were doing yoga, so you were already starting to feel stronger in your body to go into this process.
Working towards finding a way to find help.
Right. And then when you thought about us, you also thought about us in a positive light of youthful energy. And I think this is important for everybody that's watching this to grasp. A lot of times we try to move into a healing process with fear. Now, fear is the number one thing that will keep you from healing. And it's interesting how a wide variety of health professionals often use fear to try to motivate you and bind you into care with them, which is different than going somewhere, beginning to feel hope, beginning to feel positive about yourself, believing in yourself, right? And believing in the care that you're going to be receiving. So what are you feeling now versus what you're feeling? I guess, what are the things that you can do now? I think that's so important to tell people.
I've been able to cook a little. Started to get my office reorganized at home. Just small things.
Gardening?
Smiling, less fear, less stress, less pain. Yeah, gardening's the best.
And when we first started, you said, sitting in a car longer than 20 minutes was like terrifying and painful.
No, I'm still resistant to getting in a car.
Still a little resistant there, but you're standing up longer.
Yeah, I'm standing, I'm walking a lot more.
Right, and you also have a goal for November, which is what?
Oh, I want to go back to the Yucatan Peninsula.
In Mexico. So that's big. So to get
happy
there, you got to sit down for a little bit.
Yes, I do.
Cool. So I just already know that you will be doing an update sometime November, December. And we're going to see Mary laying on a beach, waving. But I'm so stoked for you and taking part of this process.
Thanks, Brent.
And now moving forward, the aftercare, right? And so from going into something that is very intense, like this immersion experience, now what we're recommending, since she is local, is that we're going to go into another plan, which is a little bit more of in your traditional setting at that 3-time-a-week frequency to see how she's able to integrate from we were going 6 days a week, right? And so we look forward to also update you on how the integration process is going. But for those of you that are checking this out, if at any way we can be of help, this is the Source Chiropractic in Oakland, California, really trying to provide answers and hope for those that need it out there in the world that are struggling with chronic issues. Please reach out to us. You can reach out to us at info@thesourcechiropractic.com or by giving us a call at 510-328-1381. I remember this time. All right, we'll see you next time.